Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Soulight Hypnotherapy. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button. Thank you for becoming a Patreon subscriber so that you can have access to this exclusive political video, my political insights using the tarot and Sibylla. I really appreciate all of you who have shown your support to me and to my channel and for becoming Patreon subscribers. And for anyone who's donated to the channel, I appreciate you. Thank you. All my subscribers, all my viewers, all my commenters, every single person who's ever shown support for the channel, thank you. So it's March 6th, Friday, March 6th. I laid these cards yesterday. Okay. Background on me, I'm not a psychic, I'm a card interpreter. I read in layers, and I interpret the cards to the best of my ability. I tell you what the cards mean, but there may be things that I miss. There may be things that you see. It's open for interpretation. This is just my opinion. My readings are for entertainment purposes only. And if they give you comfort, or they give you a sense of readiness or preparedness, then I'm grateful for that. That is my ultimate desire. Okay? Alright, so I asked for suggestions, but I didn't really get any suggestions. And I'm thinking going forward, because things are so focused on the Democratic race, and the news isn't really highlighting older legal issues, or things still going on around Trump and his legal situation, and we're not really finding out, or we can't get any feedback of what's going on because the news isn't covering it. So in the meantime, I guess we're just going to have to do general readings, and I ask you for suggestions, but please make sure that you hone your suggestions to questions about Trump or his administration, about the possible the candidates running for election, and things like that, because I'm not a political junkie, and I only got into this because I felt called to, right? So that being said, if you have suggestions in the future, make sure they're very specific and they pertain to Trump and to things mattering around his presidency, right? Because that's why I'm doing this. And second, if not, then these will be general readings, and you take the messages that you get. All right, so the first column here today represents Trump, or maybe people in his administration or people that are working with him, his supporters. The next column, since there's a two-man race now, I've got Bernie Sanders next to Trump. Joe Biden is next to Bernie Sanders in his column, and then the final column represents the collective, me, you, anyone else in the world, right? And things happening around us, right? Any messages that we can get for us. Okay, so let's get started. We have the Emperor card here. Oh, Emperor Trump. Emperor Trump. Is that how you want to be referred to now? Okay, so Trump is putting his fist down. He or someone in his party, or in a position of strength, is putting their fist down about something, trying to control its outcome and forcing something into effect, or something into effect. It's my way or the highway, right? This is clarified by the man of the law reversed. So this may be something legal in nature. It may be an unjust law or policy or something illegal, and there's an accusation accusing someone of some kind of wrongdoing, legal wrongdoing. I feel Trump is very angry, and there's also an angry woman around him. Who this angry woman is, it could be someone who was elected, who's very angry, and someone who is opposing him and his re-election. He's forcing someone to get out, right? Trump is forcing someone to get out, the Eight of Cups, and is making someone's escape possible. He is also falsely accusing another or others. I think he's accusing others of forcing Bernie out, since this is Bernie's column. And he sees himself getting a victory over Bernie, especially, but a victory in general as well. It's a challenge to get this victory, but he's fighting to get this victory, right? He's willing to do whatever it takes to burn the house down, to burn it all down, to get his victory, right? And I feel like he's made something happen, right? There's something he's done. He's enforced, right? He's made something happen, and it's in motion. Let's put it like that. And it's involving justice on a huge level, but it's an injustice that is served out instead. Six of Wands shows that Trump is angry. He's very angry. I'm going to try to lift up the board instead of lifting up the cards. That Trump is very angry, right? Maybe he's angry about this woman, or angry about someone getting more attention than him, someone being praised and raised up, someone who's gotten a recent victory or success. That could be Biden. He's very jealous and has a ruthless eye upon this candidate, this selected one, this elected one. And he's responding to this energy with trap. Okay? Trap reversed. Now when this card is upright, it's a scoundrel who has a criminal mind. He's basically planning or scheming and planning a trap to cheat you, trap you, or defraud you. And when he's reversed, he's already gotten away with it. The trap reversed is also some kind of trickery that has been put into motion for the purpose of self-interest. I feel like Trump is also trying to avoid or ignore something that's coming, something sneaky, something clever that's coming for him or for us, right? Because he's referring to himself as the state right now. He's also trying to avoid some foreign nation. It could be China. It could be Afghanistan, because they're in the news right now. I know that. And yes, he's trying to bring some kind of balance or peace to this situation, possibly with Afghanistan, or even about this coronavirus. He's trying to take a neutral position, but at the same time ignoring or denying facts. I see him trying to avoid a foreign nation with some kind of trickery, or in order to bring balance and peace to a situation, there's some kind of trickery or theft involved, right? Or subterfuge. Trump claims he or the country has been cheated and something has been stolen from us, because this is someone who's already gotten away with it. This could also be something that Bernie is saying, or that Trump is saying about Bernie's candidacy, that something has been stolen or taken from him. The rug has been pulled out from underneath him. So Trump is making some kind of ruling, or someone who works for Trump, a declaration or putting something into motion. But this is going to be creating friction, even amongst his own supporters. There's challenge here from supporters or from those elected to oppose him. And the reason why there's such friction and anger is because this involves some sort of con or deal involved. All right? it seems that the justice in the end will get involved and will have its way and will block or delay this motion or what's put into effect. But again, it doesn't say permanently take it down, it just says block it or delay it. Maybe, put it off for a while. Justice here is a lawful decision is made and carried out, right? But it's actually unjust, right? It's actually unjust, or it's unfounded. Hope reversed clarifies the justice card. Now, the justice card could be representing a lawyer or the law or a judge or court, or Trump's energy, which calls him to be fair, honest, objective, and responsible for his subjects, right? But I don't feel he is being honest with his subjects or fair, okay? And because he's doing things for a matter of self-interest. This is all for self-interest, or their interest. He has pulled something off through some sort of con or trickery, right? And it has something to do with foreign nations, at least two. I'm getting China, I'm getting, and we all know Russia, so maybe more outside of Russia, two more. Let's put it like that. Hope reverse. Do not be dismayed. This situation will resolve itself fairly, is the message from Spirit that we are getting. There is a cause and effect going on here with Trump and his administration that will eventually accumulate and catch up with them. It will be karma, and it will be justice. So something is going on. Something that has been put into motion is paused or postponed. It could be having to do with Afghanistan. It could be having to do with travel. Because I feel like Trump is trying to avoid China, or trying to avoid some going someplace too as well. It could be involving some sort of legislation that is preventing him from moving forward with his plans and schemes already set in motion, but they may have to hold off or put it on pause and resume later, right? Now, this aggressive energy here can also represent the coronavirus, okay? And I wanted to get some more information where we're at with this coronavirus right now. And so I clarified this coronavirus with Lavera Sibilla. And I got the Desperate Man or Consumed by Jealousy card. So regarding corona, it is aggressively moving through the public. All right, and there's a lot of anger towards the elected one, Trump, regarding this, and towards China. Words spoken are being challenged. I feel like Trump and his collective are now taking desperate measures, and also the collective in general, me and you, are taking desperate measures. Oh my God, I went to go get some water last night, and there weren't any tall bottles left. There were just the short little miniature bottles. Nothing else was on the shelves. And I know I'm the one who told you guys to stock up, but I didn't think you guys were going to be stocking up quite yet. I mean, I myself am guilty of holding off and waiting to see what would come before I act. And you guys need to get your supplies in now, but they're price gouging like crazy. And there's stuff that's not available. There's only been 75,000 masks distributed or being created to distribute, and there's over 300 million people in America. So we're woefully unprepared, and the situation is going to get worse before it gets better. I'm just giving you guys my update. And by the way, my coronavirus video that I did allow to be shown on YouTube for the public was immediately demonetized and has been restricted in its visibility And I don't think I told you guys anything that they're not telling you on the news. So, there you go. All right, so we're just at the beginning of this very dark time, the cards are saying, with Desperate Man. And people are going to be becoming even more desperate. And Donald Trump may be doing some illegal, shifty, con artist things to try and shift or balance out the markets. Or to bring peace or calm to the public. What I am being told by this card is that environments are very toxic right now where people are congregated. It says that the danger, the virus, the danger from the virus comes from one's own circle of friends. So it's almost like it's an unseen enemy. You don't even know it's there. It's there. And precautions need to be taken now. But some people are getting kind of crazy, and they're taking desperate measures. They're going, they need to remain balanced, okay, and composed. It's unfortunate that we can't look to our government to give us the guidance that we need so that we don't have to take matters in our own hands and freak out, okay? But try to calm down and remain balanced. Do get your supplies in. Do make sure you have enough stocked up in your garage of water, juices, soups, any medicine that you might be needing, vitamins, especially vitamins that bring vitality to the system and that boost your immune system. Okay, I'll say it once again. And lots of Kleenex and Purell and sanitizers. Okay, and make sure if you show signs of some kind of illness or fever, to stay home and don't pass it around, and wash your hands. I mean, everybody in your closest environment is susceptible, okay? And that's how dangerous this is. It's in your own circle of friends, okay? This card is saying corona can lead to heavy losses, deaths, but it's also talking about debts, financial debts, and great paranoia in the public. So, and it's also saying that lily-livered behavior, people who are price gouging, people who are talking shit and not giving you the truth, it says that their lily-livered behavior is going to be cause of much scandal, but can also result in suicide or suicides. Okay, so maybe some people, which is indicating to me the stock market is going to get even worse. Because when I think of suicide over stock market, I think of the big crash. So I just feel a little warned to tell you, maybe get out of your really risky investments and stay with your moderate ones. Okay, to try and keep because you want to keep the stock market balanced. You don't want to overthrow it or unbalance it. So you don't want to pull all your money out, but just maintain it in the safer investments that you have, and ride it out. Okay, don't take such desperate measures. So that's the warning for coronavirus. So I'm going to end this part of the video here as what I'm sharing with the YouTube public. I invite you to come over to my Patreon channel and hear the rest of this reading, where I will be discussing Bernie Sanders information coming up, Joe Biden information coming up, and more information regarding you and me, the collective. All right, the link for my Patreon is in the description box below. And if you donate $5 or more to the channel today, you can also get access to the rest of this reading. All you have to do is request it. Okay? All right. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on my Patreon. Blessings. Bye.